overlay. It just said pick. So there's the Thrall ban. That's going to be interesting. It opens up the potential for Illidan or Sonya to be picked, as normally we see those get banned. I wonder if we're going to see... Kael'thas has been banned a fair bit in the previous series as well. That could be a choice going forward. Illidan does get removed. He is such a pain to play against. Generally forces both teams to draft around him. Falsa going to be the first pick for EDG. Fairly common for this map. It gives you the global presence to soak lanes and fly towards the temples when they pop. It does give eStar the opportunity to lock down a strong solo laner for bottom lane if they so desire. I don't believe Trace is allowed, no. Did they do opt to lock in their tank player and Zeratul? Zeratul going to be a threat to that Falstad for sure. Need to make sure they have a strong support just to keep the Falstad alive in case that Zeratul gets too close. Oh, that's an interesting rule. No 15k heroes allowed until they drop to 10k. I never thought of it that way. There's the Ray guy. He's going to help keep the squishies alive. The other squishy being picked, Kael'thas. It's nice to see China are picking him a lot more now. Illidan bans a lot lately. Why? With his recent rework, even with the nerf shortly afterwards, he's very much so a strong hero. Much more self-sufficient, I suppose. He doesn't necessarily rely on having Illidan, or Uther, sorry, or Rhaegar to keep him up. He can work with like a Tassadar as well. Or any heroes, really. He's annoying to play against. He requires your whole team to change their draft and make sure you have some picks that help mitigate the Illidan. So yeah, may as well just ban him if you don't want to deal with him. If you have a planned comp, and it doesn't really favor being against an Illidan, you may as well just ban him. It's fairly common right now. The second bans, we do see the Sonya going out, as well as the Abathur. Seems to be a relatively strong Abathur map for the Asian scene. eStar 2 grabbed the Greymane and the Uther, so again, Greymane still being picked, even with his level 7 Q talent nerf. It's nice to see. He's a fun hero to watch, even though his cocktails are definitely weaker now. Normally we see the other two level 7 talents picked instead of the reworked ones. And we do have the double tank now for EDG, grabbing the global Dahaka along with the ETC. So eStar might want to grab up another interrupt for the Mosh Pit here. Maybe like a Sylvanas would be a useful option. So far all they have... Okay, it will be Sylvanas. So far the only interrupts really are, I suppose, Divine Shielding Uther and walking in and stunning it, or just the Muradin landing his Stormbolt. But Sylvanas Wailing Arrow does give them a third option, and also she's a very strong ranged DPS in her own right nowadays anyway. So, both teams have reasonably favoured stats. They're not as 100% as MVP, who I believe literally just had a 100% on these stats. Both have some losses. Looks like EDG have a larger pool of games with a higher win percentage. So going by stats, it looks like EDG are going to be on point. And based on the draft, they have 2 global heroes against 1 pseudo-global in Abathur. But the Sylvanas does certainly open up pushing potential if eStar win a team fight and they have Sylvanas still standing. They can go and take the nearest fort fairly decisively. But I think I prefer Edward Gaming's draft. Also, personally, I just really enjoy watching Dahaka. He's such a fun hero. If you haven't got him yet, I really recommend trying him out. I think he's free this week, so now's the time to try him out if you want to. He's super fun. Would recommend. It's like we need a couple more panning shots before we're allowed to watch the game. Alright. This is EDG. Those jackets just look super nice. Not all of them are wearing them, but there's one on the back of the chair there. They look really nice. Oh, Abatha was banned? Oh yeah, that's true. I'm remembering the previous game. My bad. So yeah, that's no global presence then for eStar. Oh god. God audio. This is why the good casters write down the drafts, so they can look back and don't have to rely on a memory that doesn't work. Noise gating is terrible? Well, yeah. There's the keyboard more than anything else, but I'm not planning on typing anyway, so it's fine for the purpose. So we have Tiger on the Uther, NCCCCC on Muradin, Xiaoti on Zeratul, Xingxi on... Oh, wow, alright, that's just gone. I don't even have time to read it out. We have SK4 on Kalthas, SR on Rhaegar, Gemini on ETC, Santian on Falst, and yeah. Goodbye, panel which says the names of everyone. I didn't want to read you anyway. Not like there's anything happening now. They could show it for a few more seconds. Oh well, you guys can see the heroes. So you don't need them reading out. I don't know why some casters read them out anyway, to be honest. Looking to be standard talents across the board so far. Greymane has opted for the Wolfheart at level 1. This might go to game 5. Yeah, the casters are very split. They all say 3-2, and 3 of them say EDG, and 3 of them say eStar. So there's maybe going to all 5. Everyone is staying hidden so far. Looks like ETC has been found out though by Gemini. Good power slide, but he will be able to blink away. A lot of respect coming out of both teams here. I still think we were all favouring EDG though with their global presence comp, and also they have a huge amount of burst damage with the Kalthas. The Falstad as well. But there will be a bit of a fight over this watchtower, and eStar will be able to force this out. Going back to lanes, but they do give up that soak bot lane. They will need to get down there pretty quick before they lose the minions there. Why not Mana Addict on KT 2 OP late game? Yeah, some people seem to prefer Mana Addict and some prefer Felon Fusion. I think it depends on the player more than anything else. Dahaka does get caught out there. Maybe the rotation wasn't called out, or the... That's unfortunate. At least he has the global, so he can burrow straight back in if he wishes to. Looks like he'll probably burrow towards the top. There he goes. They might be able to get the pick onto this Sylvanas actually, but no, M does get his drag dodged by Toomey, so that is unfortunate. Looks like the Temples will be traded 1-for-1 here. Xiaoti's going to try poking around the mid-shrine, but it's not. He's not going to be able to do much, he's just going to be annoying. Even pros fight over the vision? Yep. Seems like it. Please pause. Joy! I love pauses. We've been having pauses all day. So it's been a very even game so far. We've had 1 kill on the Dahaka, and I believe that's it. Both teams have opted to trade the Temples 1-for-1. Not sure what the pause is for. It didn't look like there was any lag this time, I think. Wasn't anything visible that I saw anyway. Yeah, the vision does provide a buffer for mid-temple, that's true. But then they took the top temple too. So I guess it's a vision for both. Both temples can see which way people are trying to attack. EP means please pause, or pause please, depending on which way you wish to arrange the words. I suppose both work fine. I think they can pause themselves, but there's tournament rules that say like things such as only referees may pause, you have to ask for a pause. So someone on eStar had some kind of technical thing. That's true. eStar do now have TLT, who did have some, I think it was back problems that required like surgery or something. I may be entirely wrong, but there was a reason why he had to... He basically retired from playing Heroes and then went back as he had his... whatever was wrong with his life fixed up. Nice to see him back, he's a good player. I don't think it's internet this time, guys. There's a couple of guys in the booth up there watching the eStar's player in seat 4. Didn't Blizzard allow coaches with comms to sit with players? I'm not sure if it's... They have made that rule change, but I don't know if it's applied to like current tournaments or like future tournaments. Sweet. Looks like we're back into the game. So eStar do take the remaining shots from top, EDG take the remaining shots from the middle temple. EDG have a very slight XP lead. But otherwise things are looking relatively even so far. Gemini's maybe waiting for one of his damage to rotate. Maybe get the kill on the Zeratul. Looks like they weren't able to rotate in time. Highlighting the talents now, for whatever reason, we do have the Master Warp Blade on Zeratul. That will be the Thick Skin on Greymane, which is the other talent that we saw. Oh god, they just bugged the talents. Yeah, okay, they've bugged the talents, guys. So the hero portraits are still in the correct place. The talents are mirrored. Yeah, they've just screwed up their UI so hard. So Falstad and Sylvanas have their talents swapped. Dehaka and Uther, Rhaegar and Greymane, Kael'thas and Zeratul, and ETC and Muradin. Alright, that's gonna be fun. We'll make it through this together, guys. Unlike this Falstad, who may just get wrecked. Nope, he's fine. Good barrel roll. Looks like Zeratul will be able to get away too. Oh, China. Never change. So we do have the more DPS-orientated talent from Dehaka coming out at level 7, which is... I don't remember the name, honestly. Symbiosis? Yeah, Symbiosis is the name, which basically reduces the cooldown for his Dark Swarm as his Dark Swarm hits heroes, and it only needs to hit 1 or 2 heroes for most of its duration to have Dark Swarm up again after it's finished. So if you're sat next to a couple of heroes, you basically have continuous Dark Swarm pops, we might see here, with the drag going down onto Uther, and probably the follow-up kill. Yeah, he'll have another Dark Swarm up for the Sylvanas as he does get the kill onto the Uther. It's such a good talent. If you know you're lacking in DPS and don't really need the extra drags, I try grabbing that talent. They're trying to fix this UI, they're trying to change like further talents again and all sorts of stuff. The LT does manage to secure the kill there, that's a really nice kill pickup for him. But even though they won't be able to get the rest of this bottom temple, so it looks like they're just going to try push out top with their Sylvanas, try to get the fort and trade fort for fort. This Rhaegar build is scary? Yeah. Rhaegar with Quicksilver bullets. Trippy. Yeah, this talent thing is gonna be a struggle, but we will make it happen. But eStar do manage to rotate down and take the last few shots. And top fort. Do they? No, they don't take top fort. Okay, they gave up on top fort and rotated down for the shots. Still a very even game. 2 kills to 1, basically even in XP. I wonder if there'll be a fight over EDG's easy camp, as it does just come off cooldown right now. Maybe even on eStar's camp. We do have the standard heroics coming out for eStar. EDG don't yet have them. Will be very soon. Okay, they do come out. There's the potential for stage dive, but trying to try and like have 3 global presences, but they do just opt for the mosh pit, so. False says get a free Q. Yeah, that talent would be disgustingly good. Speaking of false set, okay. Void Prison does have to be burned there. I wonder if Doubty's actually going to stay there. I'm not sure why he didn't just run. I think he's just going to die right now. Yeah, that was an interesting interesting interaction there. This Gilly sounds a bit Starkish. Yeah. Yeah, JC and Zoia are still traveling to Austin or preparing for Austin, so they can't cast Gold League this week, so you guys got me. We also do have Dahaka opting for isolation. For Chinese Dahakas, there is a very reasonable chance of them having adaptation picked, so you have to pay attention to what the Dahakas in China use. That is a max range isolation on the Uther into the drag. The chain CC is on point, and Uther doesn't even have time to pop his own Divine Shield and just gets instantly annihilated. That's why Dahaka is such a good solo tank. Because if you land that CC, it's so strong. It's really hard to land that stuff. Like those two max range skill shots is what happened there, and he landed them both. So good though. The other nice thing about Dahaka's drag is it makes it really obvious that your team has a target to land and go put their damage on. That's why you see him sometimes in Hero League too. So yeah, for those of you guys who just joined, the talents are swapped over. It's a bit confusing. They just meshed up this UI. Yeah, I think the Chinese screen feed is a little bit lower quality than like the previous week, and also I can only stream at 720p anyway, so it's a mixture of me and a mixture of China, I believe, so I apologize for that, but this is probably the best we have. So we have the level 13 talents coming out now. We do have Windrunner for Sylvanas, so she's opting for... Oh my god, another pause. We have the full Q talents for Sylvanas. Please excuse this minor bug. What a command. Last time it was a problem with eStar. Guessing it's an EDG problem this time, as we're not really seeing many people do things in the eStar booth. When are they going to make Kel'Thuzad a hero? I mean, probably relatively soon. They did show at one of the BlizzCons someone was making the model for him there. So they have that much done. Did MVP play any games? Yes, they have the they had the first series of today. The past broadcast will have that. (2014) BlizzCon had KT. Yeah. It's gonna be exciting to play him. I always like Necromancer characters. Remember Zul'jin model from 2010? That's the throwback. Yeah, looks like EDG have some kind of problem. Thanks for the sub, Space Shuttle. I'll let people... Well, I'll let the people who actually run this channel know. JC will really appreciate it. Why is Hearts not as big as League or Dota? probably because it's just like they found that time when the genre was new. It's also because of bad IGN reviews. Yeah, this game's only 6.5 out of 10. Kappa. Oh, looks like their headsets are back on. That's normally a good sign. Maybe one of their players disconnected. Sweet. Straight to boss. Quickly. So it was EDG who had the technical problem there. So eStar had however much time just to sit and talk about the game. That's the other interesting thing about pauses, is you have that amount of time where you can like untilt yourself from previous mistakes you had in the game. You can like reset your mentality, go over your decision making, what you want to do for the next few minutes going on into the game. I wouldn't say it's abusing the pause necessarily, but I'd say they definitely made good use of it. We also have the talents back where they're supposed to be, so that's nice. Do we have any other unusual talents? We only got to talk about Windrunner, giving the extra Q stacks. Looks like things are relatively standard. So they used the boss to distract mostly and secure the middle fort there. Should be another couple of temples coming up very shortly where eStar might be able to have 16 before EDG, but it's going to be close. Okay, it'll be 2 temples. Looking like EDG are wanting to get the top one. Salty is actually trying to make something happen there. Good blink away, does secure his own life. Looking for that Void Prison. Only gets the tank and Fawcett in it. It looks like eStar just want to disengage at this stage. But Salty is actually going back in there, and his wormhole is now expired, so he has to stay in there. They really want that Kael'thas kill. Kael'thas kill does not happen, and the Mosh Pit goes down onto the bottom side of eStar there. No one has died yet. Actually, no, I'm blind. I'm blind in the moron. That's fine. I was thinking that's crazy that no one died because EDG are doing so well in that team fight, and then I didn't see that 2 people had died. If we'll run back to Greymane. Yeah, this game has been an experience so far. I think we all preferred EDG's draft anyway going into this, so. They now secure both of these temples. Falsa's cleaning up the remaining Siege Giants. He's going to be flying in later on. EDG are really making the most of that team fight they just won. They got most of the 2 temples there. They'll be able to go and contest the remaining shots of the last one if they want to, but it looks like they'd rather go get fresh. Work on the next camp that's going to spawn. Is this a new player for eStar? This is actually one of the original eStar players who had to retire due to some back problems and is now back, started playing again. So he maybe had a break, but he's generally a really good player. He's just been screwing up a few things here and there, but normally he's very good. As we see there, the Zeratul did set up 2 kills for the Greymane to secure with his Go for the Throat and resets, so that was a good play there by the Zeratul, and he gets the Void Prison there as well, so, I mean, I think he's just redeemed himself in your eyes. Gilly and Zoia are flying to DreamHack Austin, by the way, guys. I see you guys in chat. So, they are... Oh, Tiger with the B-Walk. Nice. eStar don't think they have enough time to go for core, based on the Death Timers and the Mighty Gust that's going to be spawning, so they opt for the middle keep instead with the Sylvanas pickup here. I don't think they could have gone for the core, to be quite honest. The Mighty Gust potential would have been... It would have forced them to like re-engage through the slow that the Mighty Gust puts, and then there's a mosh pit as well, and then everyone would have spawned, so they just go for guaranteed damage at that stage. It increases the value of the next temples that they can secure as well. As this temple will now be shooting at the final keep. Again though, the experience is so even though eStar have so many buildings left. This is mostly the power of the soaking that EDG have been doing with their global heroes, flying up last minute. Again, everyone on EDG are just sat soaking for the time being. Gonna rotate up at the last minute. The ETC there is watching the boss. He was expecting them to start the boss, but now he sees that Greymane is up, or someone is up there on the top temple. Gonna be rotating up. eStar really want to fight as soon as possible before Falsight gets here, but he has just flown up, so... Will be a full-on 5v5 fight here. EDG are looking for one of their tanks to get that kill set up with their stuns, combos. They're both hidden right now. Tiger knows they're hidden. He checked the bush with one of his healing spells, but was in the wrong bush. Divine Shield is on point though. Does save Xingzi. The Void Prison doesn't get too much use, it mostly forces to disengage, and it looks like eStar is going to sacrifice this. Sacrifice it for a moment at least. move away, heal up for a little bit, take stock of what's happening, wait for the tank to go back in and find another pick. And they did get that pick, they got the Felstad, the Kalthus as well. Rhaegar should be able to get away with ETC's help, but ETC might actually be forfeit as a result. Tiger was looking for that kill there. Maybe he should have stayed mounted and tried for a stun. Wow, why do we have game sound? China have given us game sound this season. Blessed us with that. Gemini still has Mosh Pit up, but they can't really get much use off of it. The most damage they get is Dark Swarm, and he kind of has to try and Mosh Pit there just to save himself, but he does die as a result. That may just be game, honestly. If they get another kill, that's literally just game over. They might not even bother for top keep, they might just go straight for core. But, I mean, it's 6 seconds until Mighty Gust is up. And I think that's the only possible thing that can force a disengage, but yeah, they were split around the core, so Xiao Ti was still on the core during that. Yeah, there's nothing that EDG could have really done there, apart from maybe taking the top fight. The top fight better. I mean, the mosh pit was so late. I wonder if maybe he could have mosh pit on the top temple. Well, that's 1-0 to eStar. Now best of 5. Every caster predicted a 3-2. I didn't make a prediction. I wouldn't say I have the qualifications to. I just think it's going to be pretty close. All those people saying EDG won the draft. I mean, most of us said that. I said it. But winning the draft is only part of it. You have to win the game as well. Here's Xingzi getting the MVP of map 1. Yeah, it's a girl in the middle. She's called Mayuki, I believe. Ex-StarCraft player. Waiting on map 2 to be chosen now. I believe the loser gets the choice between map pick or first pick. I'd have to go back and look at that game and look at where the ETC could have mosh pitted, because there weren't. There was that one mosh pit on the watchtower where I like fell asleep mid-team fight and didn't see anything, and they won the team fight really convincingly. But that's the only successful mosh pit they had, I think. You guys are really one-track mind in chat right now, huh? You do you, guys. You do you. It was eStar who won map 1. Of the best of 5. MVP 1-3-0. The lag nearly took a map. The lag tried so hard. But it turns out if you're just a good player, the lag doesn't matter. Or something like that. I don't know. Map 2 draft is taking a while. I wonder what the problem is. What's bigger in China, Warcraft or Starcraft? Honestly, I'm not sure. Oh dear, what's she fail fishing about now? What's he said? Right now, if they picked Stage Dive, it would have been great. You would have Stage Dive on top, landed on everyone, power slid through them. Would have been great. It would have opened up. False had to go Hinsel and Blast. She's like, no, are you high again? She's laughing. Guy on the left's like, nah, man, what are you on about? Mosh Pit was the way to go. You should have just pressed the R button. Chick in the middle's losing her mind. Nope, back to serious mode again. Guy on the left theory crafting now. Now, if Zeratul went Shadow Assault... Guy on the right's reminding him. No, eStar players aren't that bad. Why would they pick Shadow Assault? If you want Chinese audio, you can go find it. It's on the Chinese streaming sites. I don't know. I don't have the link. If I had the link, I could give it to you. It's somewhere on like Douyu or something like that. I don't even know how to say the site. Waiting for the map pick of map 2. Not sure what the wait is. We had a couple of lag issues, some pausing. I know as much as you guys know. Thought eSport should have less break. Ideally, yeah. Not normally in this Twitch chat, Leo. Finally we get the second pick, eStar pick Infernal Shrines. So EDG get map 1, or ban 1, rather. Yeah, this is live 80s tip. EDG get first ban? At last. Finally, you guys can stop being morons in Twitch chat. Except for the ones who aren't. We're seeing a lot of Sonya, Illidan, Hellfest first ban, Thrall as well. Thrall was banned last map as well. Seems to be something that EDG don't like facing. Azul is also a common pick on this map. The Illidan ban again. No one likes playing against Illidan. The way that MVP Black lost their map win streak playing against Illidan. And there's the first pick, Kael'thas. I've not seen this in China yet that much. He's starting to get picked a lot more, but finally the first pick. Does open up the Zul for eStar if they wish to opt for that. Yeah, there is the Zul first pick. Might be a Muradin second pick. We've been seeing a lot of that recently. Opting for Sonya instead, grabbing that second melee. Do EDG have the option of their tank of choice? They could grab the Muradin or ETC if they so desire. It would be Muradin this time. Given that ETC play last game, I might understand why they opt for Muradin. They could also grab the support here as well, giving them 2 reactionary last picks. They do opt for the Rhaegar. That gives EDG the option of banning another tank or support, forcing eStar into somewhat less conventional tanks or supports. eStar banning the Falstad. Not wanting to deal with that global presence on this map. And there's the healer ban on Uther from EDG. Saying, alright, you can have ETC eStar if you want it, but you can't have Divine Shield for your Sonya. Will be the Tyrael from eStar, so she doesn't get Divine Shield, but Sonya gets Sanctification instead, so that's pretty cool. And Greymane coming up from eStar as well, so just leaving their support open. Yes, I believe Tracer is banned until next Tuesday. Sylvana's going to be the pickup here for EDG. And again, opting for the double support, or double tank rather, with Dahaka. Grabbing that global presence too. Just need that support from eStar, and yes, it will be Kharazim. Tends to be the third most favoured support, unless you're Merryday. In which case he got his Kharazim banned in map 3 of the last series. .5 melee comp. Yeah. eStar have a huge amount of melee, that's for sure. They're throwing that melee into a Kael'thas as well, which is tricky. If you're all melee grouping up around one target, you have to be in close proximity to your target and your teammates. Just increases the chain bomb's value. I want to say I prefer EDG's comp, but the last time I said that, eStar won. Sanctification is like the main win condition, I think, for eStar here. Alright, should be loading up soon. I'm gonna drop the music down. Because they will deafen us any moment now. Score is 1-0 to eStar. And it was eStar... Oh, still not low, quite enough. It was eStar who took the map off MVP. On Sky Temple with an Illidan comp. I know Kerrigan today. Sometimes you would see her on this map. We'll be having Backlash on the Zool as well, opting for that extra damage on his Bone Prison instead of the Shade, which is the other talent we normally see. Rhaegar's opting for the Lightning Bond, which gives the extra Lightning Shield when he casts it on an ally, so it gives a little bit extra wave clear on the shrines, and another pause! Sweet! At least that was short. Ding C getting his B-Walk on. Again, everyone's just sat hiding in bushes. Pause pretty please. Yeah, I think that's what PPP is. Teams are hiding so much. Doughty is really respecting the potential of being ganked there, staying mounted, watching the minions die, not giving himself an opportunity to get stun locked. It's like all the action was bot lane, and instead the Chinese observers decided just to watch people sit in bushes in top lane, which I guess is okay. We do have the Mana Addict again for Kael'thas. We saw it earlier today from MVP Black's Sake, I believe it was. Oh, the lag is back. Did you see that? Yeah, the lag is totally back. Oh my god. China have been having problems today. I think Trace is allowed from Tuesday onwards, guys. Lag, China. As long as the players don't have this lag and it's just observer side, that's okay. I think that's... I'm assuming that's the case, because they're not doing another pause. Dahaka's going to save bottom for EDG and try and secure them level 4. He'll be able to burrow up to the top shrine very shortly. He also needs to match the Zool anyway, who's very likely just to not even bother going for the shrine. eStar might entirely give this shrine up and just stay split pushing. Greymane wants that kill in mid on the Sylvanas. I'm not sure if he's going to get it. No, she's just wanting wave away. I'm just looking at the minimap for that one. Do they have Shattered Ground on Sonya? No. Sometimes you see Sonyas on this map in Asia grab Shattered Ground at 4, which increases the splash damage of the slam. Makes most minions die to one shot after that. I'm essentially just opting for the standard focus attacks, so nothing too out of the ordinary. Like eStar have slowly rotated everyone up. EDG as well. They have Dahaka in mid clearing, but she'll be able to, or he'll be able to burrow up. There he does. He popped up right there in the middle. Just get the drag onto the Kharazim actually, into the gravity laps. He is able to get away just barely. But everyone has to tap while now from eStar, but that's okay. They have about a 10 minion buffer. And looks like Zool will finally rotate up to help contest the last few minions. Will he be able to get there in time though? eStar need to jump in a little bit early before Zool gets here, but I think they'll be able to contest again. Looks like they will be able to. LT's going in pretty deep there. He does get dragged into the gravity laps, but he will be able to whirlwind away. Actually, he's going back in. They wanted that Dahaka kill. Is Greymane going to get it? No. Kharazim jumps in and secures the kill. Kharazim material. And it looks like that EDG... They might be able to dive in and get the last 2 minions they need, but otherwise I think they need to do it pretty quickly if they're going to try it. We have 4 members of eStar zoning away just to buy time for Xiao Ti on Sonya to grab the last 2. And Zool's going to go instantly back to split pushing between bottom and mid, and it looks like the remaining 4 heroes, I assume if Tyrael rotates up, will be pushing with the Punisher. Just guaranteed to get the inner or the outer towers. The fort it might get, but I think a couple of members of EDG will have to die for it to get the fort. Looks like eStar is just assuming that's not going to happen anyway, and they're just moving away. I think C is going to be going straight to that camp, using the time that the Punisher has bought to secure that for free, knowing he's not going to be contested. But Zul is going to go over and help him, Tyrael as well, just in case. And it looks like eStar might choose to rotate to the bottom camp as well. They're tapping wells and thinking about it. Okay, they are going to go to the bottom lane, at least. 3 of them. Zul's going to stay and grab the soak mid. I wonder if they're going to contest this camp now. Zul has the chance to rotate down and make this a 4v3. eStar is going to jump onto the point. Rhaegar's going to lag his way onto the point as well, but he will be... won't be enough. That does open up eStar to secure the final goat camp of the map as well. With 4 heroes down here, they'll be able to easily get that. Keeping their 1 level lead fairly secured. M was looking for the drag there, but he didn't have any follow-up, so he opted to save the cooldown there. Even though eStar did get all 3 of those goat camps, they didn't really do too much damage with that. It was more denying the resource from EDG than actually making use of it on eStar's side, so... EDG probably got off of that situation as best as they could have done. I don't think they even lost a tower or 2. EDG is saving this capping until the shrine is about to spawn as well. They know they need something to try and help them get this shrine, but eStar already have their heroics. We also have skeletal mages coming out too, instead of the Poison Nova, giving them extra zoning potential. Especially in these tight choke points. They just need to be careful to place the skeletal mages in a way that they don't accidentally despawn a couple of them because of terrain blocking where they would spawn. The rest of eStar though are going to be rotating down, getting a couple of these heroes that are going for some soak. The skeletal mages get the last shot there on Kalthas. That's something I haven't seen before. Cool use of skeletal mages there. That does buy time for EDG to get 10 though, but as we notice, eStar have completed the map objective. They're leaving 1 minion there left, and that's easy enough just to like... Tyrael can throw Eldruins in and just like get a couple, or Karazim can dash in, dash out. The Scythe from Zul can get the last one, so eStar are just looking right now to try and get some picks, force EDG into a bad position, and use the Punisher as like a backup plan right now. Yeah, as soon as EDG try to contest it, they just grab the last one, and they're going to push with it. Should be a relatively easy fort kill here from eStar. The Phoenix is going to make things a little bit awkward, but otherwise, yeah, it's just... Karazim's just standing in the Phoenix tanking it, and he's going to be self-healing anyway with his Transcendence, so really nice spread there from eStar. And again, they're going to opt to take the aggressive camps first, using that Immortal as, or Punisher as buying time for that. As soon as eStar get 13, they can start forcing their way into EDG's camps, stealing those again. Meriden might be caught out here. He does wolf toss away. The EDG have to play pretty passively. Like Sylvanas being out that far was pretty risky, as Greymane did actually catch up in time. Opted not to jump in and try for the kill though. eStar can probably push with this goat camp down here and try and take the bottom fort as well. They have Zul already pushing with the skeletons he summoned, and Sonya's just there trying to dual soak. Yeah, that fort dies too. eStar are certainly holding their 1-level lead really well. Not getting caught out. Making aggressive plays, but they're not risky plays. They're still safe. Looks like we have the level 13 talents grab now for EDG. They have the Burning Rage on Muradin to help a little bit with the Shrine fights. It's hard to get that value from Thunderstrike on this map because there's just so many extra minions. It's hard to isolate one target. The lag is back again. That's nice to see. Great. Otherwise, things are looking relatively standard. Tyrael really overextended there, but didn't pop his Sanctification. He was, I believe, silenced off of it, but either way, he didn't need Sanctification, so good job not using it regardless of whether he was silenced or not. Keep that up for the main fight. There's the Sanctification. That was a pretty money Sanctification there, actually. I believe that also dodged the Wailing Arrow. And that's... Dehaka's going to fall in that fight as well. They could keep chasing, to be honest. Greymane's going for it. Oh god, the Observer. What have you just done? Oh, there's the B-Walks. Nice. Nice. Yeah, he knows you couldn't get the kill, but he'll just... Oh, the B-Walks! Oh my goodness. Yeah, I see you guys talking in chat. The Q talent for Zul is the 40% slow for 2 or 3 seconds. And Tyrael doesn't go Holy Ground. He goes for Blood for Blood. Wow. Kind of amazed, to be honest. That's the first time I've seen that talent in a very long time. We also have the Amplify Damage, the Nerves of Steel, the Circle of Life, and the Relentless Predator, so fairly standard talents coming up from everyone else. That Blood for Blood. Who is losing? EDG are currently losing. Again, we see eStar have saved the Shrine up there for whenever they want to go pick up the last one. I probably assume that the latest they pick up the last skull is around the time when EDG pick up 16. They might grab it now as there's nothing much else to do on the map that's safe. Yeah, they're going to get it now. So eStar have gotten Zul minions, they've got the Shaman up there, they also have the Punisher pushing as well. It's a frozen Punisher too, so a lot of zoning control. This keep may well just fall here. EDG are lacking 16 talents too. Yeah, this keep should fall very quickly. None of EDG are getting rooted, but a good cleanse there from the Rhaegar player. Also, the Ancestral was on point. But actually, eStar just going to go for core. I don't think they can go that deep. They may be able to with a kill or two. Otherwise, it's going to be tricky. eStar are going really deep for some of this damage. And not getting the kill they wanted, though. Really good disengage from both sides so far, but it looks like EDG want to re-engage. They've just picked up their 16 talents. Drag does go down onto Sonya. She does manage to get away. Looking for that kill onto the Sylvanas. Observer is just losing it. Like, what on earth are you doing today, Observer? Why Blood for Blood? I would only assume it's because they want to try and burst down one of the tanks. Maybe Tyrael's saying, well, we have enough CC with the roots. A really nice burrow ahead there from Dehaka, looking to grab a couple of those retreating members. And yeah, that's the power of the Chain Bomb there against a melee heavy team. Even though Kael'thas died, that was a 1-for-3 trade. They should be able to take a fort or two off of this as well because of the Sylvanas. So that's going to catch them right up in XP. Yep, they're highlighting the Blood for Blood pick. It is an unusual one. So EDG pick up one fort. Looks like they might be able to rotate for mid fort as well. They are opting for that. Oh, there's still towers there. Okay. Well, I'll get the towers first. I don't think they'll be able to push for the fort. That might be too risky at this stage. More B-stepping eStar, please, Kappa? Yeah. I mean, eStar is still a level up. Even though that was a good small comeback by EDG, they are down the one level. So they have one level to make make a move, make some aggressive move, get a couple of kills, and secure the Punisher. N is looking for these aggressive moves. That's twice he's done this now. Burrowed ahead, looking for that drag. Doesn't get it this time, though. Tyrael began looking for the Sanctification move there as well. Looks like nothing was got from the Sanctification either. The Divine Palm was on point, and the Skeletal Mages were disengaged from. Still have Go for the Throat up and Ancestral Healing. So if the Ancestral's on point, the Go for the Throat shouldn't do anything either. So it looks like eStar is going to opt for saying, right, we're just going to disengage. We're close to 20 anyway, so you still need to make that aggressive move, EDG. What are they going to do? But they're trying to burst down Xiao Ti, but they do pop the Nerves of Steel, and that's the first kill. The Go for the Throat does secure the kill onto Kalthus. Gemini super weak in the back for EDG as well. There's the second Go for the Throat going down onto Rhaegar. He dies too. Tyrael is looking for 2 kills over here. Doesn't get either of them, funnily enough, because he's Tyrael and doesn't do any damage whatsoever. Even with Blood for Blood, which I'm sure was used there. The Hakkers just burrow away through the roots. So we have level 20 talents, Hunter's Blunderbuss, the splash damage for Greymane. We also have Storm Shield, Mortal Wound, which is really cool to see, and 2 Hardened Shields. The Mortal Wound is going to reduce healing by 75% on targets affected by his scythe. And the lag's back. Nice. So Ancestral will do like maybe 500 to 1,000 healing. It's not going to heal very much at all. It'll also affect Muradin's Stone Form and Avatar as well, I believe. Definitely a Stone Form. Well, eStar did get cocky pushing with one of these Punishers into a keep once. They might do it again, but so far this position looking very favourable for eStar. EDG will need one of those drags, maybe silence the rest of the team and drag the remaining player in, kill them. All while not getting blown up by the Punisher is going to be tricky as hell. There goes the kill onto the Dahaka. The Sanctification does protect the players opting to kill the Kalthus, but he does retreat in time. The Ancestral was used for him, but it looks like this Punisher is just going to completely destroy most of the remaining team members here. And I think eStar can just go for core at this stage. All 5 of their members are still up. There's a Rhaegar, there's a Kalthus. The silence was pretty on point there, but there's just so many catapults, and there's the goats down there as well. GG. Greymane dealing 69,000 damage. Oh my goodness. So that's what, 2-0 for eStar now? They're looking pretty good. Greymane got work done that game, that's for sure. The score is 2-0 to eStar. There's the MVP, Tyrael. He had a few really clutch thanks. I believe one of the sanctifications towards the middle of the game completely negated a silence from Sylvanas. His Sanks were super on point. So, EDG have to win the next 3 in a row. They can do it. This should be a pretty even matchup. I wonder what map we'll see left. They banned... I don't remember what they banned either. We saw what? Sky Temple and Infernal Shrines. I'd go for like Towers of Doom. I'm feeling Towers of Doom right now. Don't think we'd see it though. Battlefield of Eternity might be another good pick as well. I think if eStar get to pick, I think they'd probably try for a Battlefield of Eternity. I wonder why the break's so long again. It'd be nice to know. You guys joke about Lily, but some people are trying to play her. They're trying to make her work right now. Not sure why. Zero Panda in this tournament, they try to make Lily work as just a regular healer, let alone like a Water Dragon DPS type thing. Not sure why they pick it. Yeah, Fan doesn't use Quick Cast. Quick cast is when you just push the button and the ability goes in the direction you're facing. You don't have to click it, it just goes. I suppose the argument to dislike quick cast is if you want to aim certain abilities. Like an extreme case would be like a fishing hook. You might want to see where that's going to be thrown. Whereas like a power slide, you might not need to. Is he translating? I mean, I could translate again if you want. How truthful that translation may be is another matter. Nah, I don't speak Chinese. Generally, playing the game gets you out of rank 40. Although I am like 99% sure you're trolling anyway, so. As you were, Twitch chat. And Mayuki's just like got her arms folded, just like unhappy with the current pouting. Oh my goodness. Like, what is this delay? Is the next two heroes coming? Oh my gosh. I think this means we're having a break. Normally they show this after a team has won. So I guess we're just having a break. They're removing the map hacks. Where's Gilly? Somewhere that's not at home. Not sure where right now. Even the highlights have lag. So I assume we're just taking a break to fix something to go into map 3. But honestly, I have absolutely no idea. That sanctification. That was amazing. I didn't use quick cast for most of my playing until I started playing Karazim, and I was like horrendous with Divine Plant. Alright, so we got a 5-minute break. In which case, go get a drink if you want a drink. Still people wondering if that last part of the, what's it called, trailer I suppose, is wondering if, is that going to be a Nova skin? Is it going to be Widowmaker? Nova should cost 100k. I'm down for that. You mean dollars, right? Just remove the gold cost. Oh, Overwatch open beta in China? Yeah, that might be doing it.
裂空来了。守望先锋作为一个国际行动组织，其任务就是确保世界安全。而无畏的 Nina Austin 则被选为他们的原型传送战机月空的驾驶员。在一次试飞过程中，飞机发生故障，让 Nina 脱离了现实时间。幸好有天才科学家 Winston 发明出了时光加速器，让裂空能够随意加速或减缓自己的时间。有了这种无与伦比的全新能力，他义无反顾地成为了一位正义战士。时空枢纽需要更多的英雄，裂空因此而来。守望先锋的特工裂空也来到时空枢纽。当你掌握了他控制时间的能力，你的敌人将永远不知道是谁出现在了他们身边，并消灭了他们。这个世界需要更多的英雄，让我们再来一次。
来点音乐。
It might have been Butcher that's the most recent one. I think he went down to 7k.
我们是正义，
我们是勇气，
我们是守望先锋。
有人需要医生吗？天降正义，
问入志同。
Score is 2-0 to eStar.
界需要更多的英雄。
守望先锋即将震撼登场。
Oh, we back? We allowed to play the game now? Hopefully they did map bans during that. Delay? There's no delay, only Twitch delay. They raised the gold price of Asmodan? Maybe, I don't know. Where's the sound? Oh, there it is. We live. Sweet. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Figured as much. Actually, no, I thought they'd go Battlefield. I remember saying that now. Oh well. Tomb is still good. I'll be looking to draft some solo laners. Wave clear. Zool is pretty high priority here. EDG have been consistently first banning Thrall, so they might just stick to that. And eStar will have to ban Zool if they don't want to play against him. Oh, EDG just straight ban up Zool. Okay. Probably just an Illidan ban here from eStar. He's been banned basically every single game so far. Who else? Sonya's a common ban here. It will be the Illidan again. Okay. Gotta keep that up. Basically a 100% ban rate so far. So do EDG grab the Thrall here? This is a pretty decent map for Zagara as well, but she's fallen pretty far off. Will be the Kael'thas first pick for EDG. Opens up eStar for... who would you pick for eStar here? Sonya's open. The Greymane worked pretty well last game. Maybe they'll pick Greymane here too. What map is this? This is Tomb of the Spider Queen. eStar are making a lot of use of their time pool right now. Well, they will be soon. There's the Meriden pickup. Securing that tank. It's been working well so far for them. Sylvanas is another option to secure early for this map as well, but they grabbed the Tassadar. Extra vision for them. This could be solo. It's a reasonable map for Tassadar to be solo on. He has that extra vision. But could well be a dual support as well. Tassadar could well enable another melee assassin to be a little more ham, like Sonya's probably the only one left open right now. He's a reasonably good solo laner as well, but he probably won't be able to stand up to Thrall. So eStar will need to draft something for that Thrall. Sonya's really the only one left open, but EDG might just ban Sonya here. There's the Falstad ban again from eStar. There's been a lot of second ban Falstads recently. He's either been first picked on like Sky Temple or he's been in the second ban. I think I banned Sonya here. Rhaegar maybe? I don't think it's worth banning a second support. Yeah, okay, it will be the Sonya. So as eStar, you have Sylvanas is open. I think they'd probably pick up her. She has that nice wave clear for this map. She also has increases the value of the map objectives that push. So, Tomb of the Spider Queen's map objectives, Battlefield of Eternity, Infernal Shrines, Haunted Mines way back when. At least I do grab the Tyrande. That's nice to see. So they have the Muradin Tyrande stun lock. And the Li Ming. That secures Li Ming's target for her Arcane Orb. Also means they'll be taking 25% more damage from all of Li Ming's targets, so in theory, if eStar's Muradin Tyrande combos are as on point as MVP Black's were, there's some gifts of like MVP Black's Muradin Tyrande. The targets just get deleted. Like, they don't have time to do anything. The Cleanse and Divine Shields from EDG will need to be on point. And there's the Sylvanas for EDG, so they get that extra wave clear option. And that pushing power for the map objectives. They're just missing a tank now. ETC is still up, but they do go for the Johanna instead. Grabbing that extra wave clear for this map again. They'll be leaving Thrall as the solo lane, I would imagine, rotating between mid and top. And that leaves eStar for one last pick. They're poorly lacking in wave clear, aside from like the Psystorm, I suppose. So they do grab the Diablo here, which is a interesting pick. Also combos with the Tyrande, so either of the tanks. How is the casting? It's an experience. I'm not getting too much complaints from it, so I guess it's okay. For me personally, I'm still learning a lot of it. I wouldn't consider myself too great, but hopefully improving. Zoia seems to like it, so I guess that's reasonably high praise. Yeah, the Diablo pick is a little confusing. eStar don't have very much wave clear at all. They're going to have to be running like 4-man gank squads instead of 4-man like wave clear. They do have very aggressive early game potential. If Muradin or Diablo lands their first stun, and Li Ming's there to follow up with Tyrande, that target should just be dead, unless they're targeting Johanna for whatever reason. Anyone else find it weird that Chinese is red for win and green for lose? Yeah, I remember Zoya and JC were complaining about that a few weeks ago. They also do red for like subbing in and green for subbing out as well when YL was subbing players around. I think so far we've said that we preferred EDG's team comp twice, and eStar have won twice. And this time I think again we're all saying EDG have the better comp. So I guess eStar have confirmed to 3-0, right? Chinese audio, Jesus Christ. Let's see how this early game goes for eStar. Oh, Star Princess. Nice. We have Tiger on Tyrande, NCCCC on Muradin, TLT on Diablo, Xingxi on Li Ming, and Toomey is Tassadar. Wow, that disappears so fast. SK4 is on Kalthas, SR on Uther, Gemini on Johanna, and Jian on Sylvanas, and M will be playing Thrall. But Diablo is opting for the somewhat more modern 60 Soul Revive at level 1. Kalthas is still thinking about his talent. This is a pretty good map to go Mana Addict. It's like he's strongly considering that. It's either that or Fell Infusion, which might be the health he needs to keep him alive if he somehow manages to get out of a stun lock. This is live. But Diablo is actually the one to get stun locked there by EDG, and he will have to back out. They were looking for a stun combo but didn't get it. And there's the wave clear coming out from EDG. Even during all of that fight, EDG managed to clear up the wave pretty convincingly. But Tassadar will be up there grabbing that solo lane. Diablo too, actually. Not sure why he's up there. Both teams rotating between mid and either top or bottom. Yeah, EDG have so much wave share. And another pause. Nice. No, there's actually just no sound this time. Weird. Well, looks like they left the booth in eStar. Whoever stuck their head in. This amount of pausing shouldn't be allowed. I mean, if they're having like actual technical troubles, it's probably reasonable. Like, it's just been lag for most of today, and Overwatch has been released in China, so you can put the two together and figure out that it's probably Blizzard's side. It's actually just no sound. Enemies leg cramp. It's not even Overwatch anymore, it's Openwatch. Why blame Obama? No, you don't blame him, you thank him. Thanks, Obama. Because I'm clearly an expert on American politics. Someone from eStar is having something wrong. Man, that guy in the fourth seat just rocking out. He's got no music in there, but he's rocking out. He's being right nosy. Look at that. What's he looking at? Back to your own computer. Everyone looks well and truly bored. Ah. Lunara was a much better pick than Diablo IMO. Maybe. The Chinese teams run Lunara. I think we've had it once in Gold League. Maybe. It's not very common. Oh, hopefully this break's not too long. Guy's looking at everyone's PCs, so I'm guessing it's everyone. Why wouldn't Blizzard give a LAN server client to sponsor tournaments? Yeah, I would agree. I know they have it for StarCraft at least, but they should really get on that. Someone else is back in now. Oh, one of them left. Maybe that's just a coach that's left there. He's got a notepad. It was a book, arguably. Oh, he's left. Fourth guy still hasn't... They've all got like headphones off still, though. I just want to know where my Chinese music went. Like, this is no sound. Beatboxing time? I'm not gonna beatbox. Sounds like a way to get into way too many YouTube videos. None of which are favorable. What are they waiting for? They've been having lag issues all day. The most likely reason is Chinese Overwatch being launched. Or like open beta or whatever it is. I like cats. Cats are pretty good. Oh wow, we got music. Chinese Overwatch, is that different from Overwatch? No. The same, but it's on the Chinese servers. So if there's like 2 million people trying to play Overwatch right now, that's gonna make their servers busy. Actually, your version of Overwatch looks pretty good. Sounds suitably Chinese. I wonder if the Space Labs command is still here. Oh, it is. Sick. Something to watch while you wait. Make Zoya happy, if that's your thing. Oh, looks like people are trying to play the game now. Oh, never mind. Maybe don't watch Space Lads. allowed to play the video game. Alright, so where were we? We had Muradin Diablo, Tassadar Tyrande, Li Ming for eStar. We had Johanna, Thrall, Uther, Sylvanas, and Kael'thas, who did eventually go for the Balon Fusion. eStar really need to get some early game picks with their tank and Tyrande comboing into Li Ming damage, as they're really lacking in wave clear compared to EDG. But otherwise, things are looking pretty even so far. That's the Sun combo they needed. Sweet. First kill goes over to eStar. That'll give them an early edge to level 4. That'll also remove a few gems from the map from EDG, but they did get some turned in, so it's not all bad. And again, NTCC jumping in. He's looking for that kill onto Thrall. I think he'll be able to get it, to be honest. Yeah, Thrall's just running around in circles at this stage. Or Thrall. Level 4 will be hit around the same time, but now there's a lot more gems in control of eStar. Even though they have less wave clear, they've denied some gems from EDG as a result of those kills. We have level 4 picked up now. We have Mental Acuity for Tassadar, getting that extra vision. Triumvirate from Li Ming. If she hits the max range orbs, they'll go on to like a 2 or 3 second cooldown. Looks like Johanna might be vulnerable here. If she can get overpowered, then she's probably close to dead. She's already popped her Iron Skin. Yeah, she's dead. Could be dead. Maybe not. Guess it is a Johanna after all. The Alti is probably going to get close to dying as well, but the Tassadar shield is on point to save him, and it will be Sylvanas who falls first in this fight. Looks like Uther will also be the second to fall. Diablo does fall, get chased by Thrall actually, over towards their camp, so Tiger is racing over to pick up those gems. Looks like Muradin will pick up most of them. Oh no, they started spinning around and just stopped and didn't get 5 of them. Not sure why they decided to spin around there, but you do you, eStar. eStar need a couple more gems, which LT is going to pick up from that top wave, or Sumi on this bottom wave. Either of them work, and then they have enough to turn in. Looks like they're going to opt to turn in bottom. They should be able to try and sneak those in, but looks like they're not going to try to. They're going to try and get level 7 first, which will guarantee them the turn in almost. They need Li Ming to turn in and Tassadar to turn in, I believe. Okay, Tassadar just turned in, so now they just need Li Ming to turn in. He's going to look to sneak it into the bottom turn in. Tassadar's going to try and protect her from the bottom side, but it's going to be Tyrande who rotates down as well, and that's going to be first turn in going to eStar, who also grab level 7. And again, looking like the talents are going to be standard here. Calamity coming out from Li Ming. Looks like Tyrande is thinking about whether she wants the Lunar Flare range or not. Goes up for the battle momentum instead. And level 7 again for EDG. We have the full trait build for Kael'thas, who does get a little bit out of position, but then Diablo just flips him back into safety anyway. Where's the Tyrael? Tyrael was last game. I want to see more Tyrael though, he's pretty fun. Looks like eStar are just going to be getting towers with this first one. I believe they got, what, 4 towers? 5? 6 towers. Okay, 6 towers with their first turn in. That's pretty reasonable, to be honest. And eStar have, what, 30? They have about half of their turn in. They really want that Johanna kill. I think that's a bit of an overextension, to be honest. There will be enough shielding from the Tassadar to help save him, though. They will be able to get out of that perfectly fine. Should be able to. Yeah, he will be able to retreat. That was a very ambitious attempt to try and kill the Johanna again, though. Pain bombs are doing work now. Most of eStar will need to back out, and that should be a turn in going to EDG, unless eStar can interrupt this for much longer. So far the interrupts have been on point, but the Arcane Orb was blocked there by Uther, so it looks like Gemini will get that turn in. Runner just barely gets out with their life. That will be the second turn in going to EDG, which should even up the levels after the Web Weavers have finished pushing. EDG will need to play a little bit safer until they get level 10, but apart from that, the game should even out. We do have the Starfall coming out and the Lightning Breath, so the extra damage options are available for eStar now. Also will be the Wave of Force. Will be some more instant bursts. But these bottom towers will be securing level 10 for EDG. I wonder if we'll see another Falling Sword. We've already had it once today, but that was from the OMG. Will be Blessed Shield. Okay, more standard picks at last. There's the Starfall, forcing the disengage. Starfall does an absurd amount of damage now. And eStar now have enough to once again turn in. Yeah, that level 10 for eStar, even though they didn't really use it, it was the threat of having it, meant EDG couldn't really push as hard as they wanted to. Even though they had Sylvanas, they didn't have the level 10s and didn't want to risk the fight. So eStar just need to turn in 5 more gems, which I believe, yeah, Li Ming has. They just need to get Li Ming to turn in. It should be after this. Oh my god, Thrall just got annihilated. He just didn't, he couldn't even do anything. Like, he had the Divine Shield. I wonder why he chose not to use that. Maybe he was like out of range or something. Even a cleanse might have been enough. A cleanse into a Sundering. So next turn in we'll be going to eStar. Looks like they're going to try and push bot lane as much as they can. Muradin's in the bush above the fort waiting for a flank. Looks like they're... No, he's now moving towards mid. They see that Thrall kill maybe. Are they going to get it? No, he ran away. Just in time. Had flashbacks of dying 30 seconds prior. Didn't want the same thing to happen again. eStar should be able to get level 13 with this. They might be able to get 2 forts. The mid fort's definitely going to fall. Bottom fort just fell as well. But yeah, that's the second fort. They're very close to level 13. With 1 kill maybe they can get the next... They'll get level 13 with another kill. I don't think they'll be able to get one though. Yeah, Toronto's already halved. Diablo's in top. So again, for you guys who aren't aware, that's the glass cannon for Li Ming, trying to have a different icon. Got the sprint for Toronto as well, and Burning Rage on Muradin. Balance are looking pretty standard. EDG are using that last fort they have really well. Making sure that if eStar wants to commit to that fight, they're going to have a disadvantage in that they're fighting under the fort, so... Even though they're down the talents here, they did make good use of that fort to stay alive. There's that Thrall getting blown up again. Divine Shield is popped this time and he will be able to walk away. Looks like they really want to force this fort down right now, and they will be able to. Yeah, EDG have 81 gems, most of which are on Johanna. She just needs to try and get those turned in somehow, but level 13 is basically a requirement to get those turned in. Until then, eStar are just going to bully their way around the map. The threat of that tank into Muradin, or tank into Toronto combo rather, with the Li Ming follow-up is just doing so much damage. And it's Thrall they're blowing up as well, who's not normally a target you just think you can blow up. But if he's stun locked and he can't get his Frostwolf resilience, he dies pretty easily, it seems. eStar are now trying to get the last remaining gems turned in. There's the Muradin Tyrande combo into the Gleaming spells, but she will be able to get out of that one alive. Just barely. Tyrande maybe not so lucky, but she just popped Sprint just before the silence hits and will be able to run her way away. Yeah, Gemini just took so much damage. The Owl might even pick up the kill. Oh my god, it hit. Tyrande did her part. And that will be a third, I believe a third turn in now for eStar. They should get them level 16. They should get a few inner towers here with this. Interesting that they're going top first. That's the least pushed wave out. I wonder if they maybe go mid. Maybe they're just going to clean this wave and move to mid. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. They're going to clean that, move to mid. Try and get some inner towers with the middle Web Weaver. I'd be amazed if they get a stun lock combo through the gate somehow. Yeah, looks like Diablo's not even going to try. He's just going to keep that top wave pushed out as far as possible. That is level 16 now reached. Going to be the Mirror Ball for Li Ming. Rampage for Diablo. Things looking normal. Now we have that potential for those sweet owl kills. Middle Web Weaver is going to fall, only getting the inner walls, and it looks like similar happened on top and bottom as well. Top just got a gate slightly damaged. I think... Oh, bottom got the gate slightly damaged. I think the top wave may have gotten the two towers. EDG with the next two turn-ins, they are sorted. 116 gems in the bank. They just need to not die, get 16, and turn them all in. Easy, right? So eStar will now have a total of 45 gems. They need 20 more, which is going to be kind of tricky, because most of the gems they need to get are quite aggressively positioned on the map. But they do have the talent here, the 2-level advantage. They can move around the map quite aggressively themselves and try and secure that. Is Diablo going to just start boss? Yeah, okay, just going to start boss. Cool. I think EDG can try and contest this between Sundering, Silence. The Owl actually revealed that they were doing boss. I wonder if this is just an elaborate bait. Are they going to try and go for a Sundering? No. There's the Sundering, but it's only going to hit Tassadar for the most part, and he does have that Dimensional Warp. He will be able to get out with half health. Pretty reasonable force wall there, stopping 3 people from retreating as far as they want to, but not too much follow-up. Really good naked stun there from the Tyrande. He had no setup for that, landed that on the Johanna there, who will probably die there. Yeah, she dies to the boss slam. That's 60 gems down the drain alone on her, along with the other 40 gems, and that's a full team wipe. That's probably just game over, actually. I mean, the next person who's going to be up is Uther in 15 seconds in Kelpa, so there's 15 seconds where nothing's going to happen. So... Tyrande nearly out-damaging the enemy's Thrall. Leaving topping the damage shots, of course. So yeah, you guys who were saying they didn't have damage, I guess they did. Good God. Chinese audio is still a problem. So yeah, they didn't have wave clear for Tomb of the Spider Queen, but they did, they had the kill potential. Has eStar beaten MVP Black? eStar took a map fairly recently. And that's it. So tomorrow will be, oh god, X Team versus Zero Panda and TSD versus Team YL. So if you want to see some traditional Trainwreck Chinese games, show up to this channel tomorrow starting at 3 PM Pacific. They might not be Trainwrecks, but they're going to be no MVP Black, eStar, and Edward Gaming, that's for sure. Thank you guys for having me. There'll be no Gilly and Zoia until after they're done with DreamHack, so I'll be casting the next two, well, casting the next 2 games. Next 2 days, actually. So I guess that about does it. It's the winners bracket. MVP Black versus eStar in the winners finals. And there's the losers bracket. X Team versus Zero Panda. The winner plays EDG, and TSD versus YL. The winner plays OMG. It'll be the next 2 days will be losers bracket games, and then I believe May 14th we'll have all of the remaining games, maybe, according to Liquipedia. That's like 3 best of 5s and a best of 7. So I'm hesitant to say that, but apparently that's what's going to happen, so sweet. I guess I'll just stop the stream now. There's not going to be much else happening. So I will see you guys at 3 AM Pacific tomorrow on this channel.